Welcome to Manchester and welcome to a completely unplanned video. I came here to look at some property and it's all fallen through. And I thought I'm gonna have to go home, and I thought, nah, it's been a while since the Wandering Turnip's just done some good old-fashioned, unadulterated wandering. I don't know where we're gonna start. No, I do know where we're gonna start. We're gonna start here, but I don't know where we're gonna end. I don't know what we're gonna look at. I just thought it'd be fun to, have a little look round. Instead of sacking the day off, let's use the day. Let's go for a wander and just see what we come across. I've got no idea. I tell you what though, some of these buildings, this is the Cooperative Wholesale Society. Manchester's got some beautiful buildings. Maybe that's what we'll be looking at. Pretty regal, eh? Right, the wandering has well and truly begun. Ooh, I can talk about this actually. The flipping Shard of the North. Have you heard about this? The Shudehill Shard. This is quite interesting actually, because this was built, I think it was built during COVID, and all the locals kicked off around here because, well, that's basically the entrance to the northern quarter. And everyone was saying it just feels so out of place amongst all the industrial brickwork, the small quaint buildings, the weavers' cottages. I'll go show you all of this, just to plonk this giant glass building right there. It looks pretty ominous, doesn't it? The cloud coming in. But yeah, it's built by some billionaire. I think he made his money from bookies. And yeah, he put this there. And I think initially it was going to be like residential, and then apparently it's just now for offices. So it's just offices in there, but all the locals are still annoyed because apparently it's like pretty much entirely vacant. Most of the floors, there's nobody in them at all. Can we see? Can you see anyone working? I don't know. The Shard of the North. Shudehill Shard, they call it, next to Shudehill tram station. You got Manchester Arndale there. Oh, this is good as well. I always look at this when I walk past because this is mega interesting. And it kind of ties in with that, actually. But look what it says here. Next to the window, it says, "These windows have registered right to light, which will be vigorously enforced." Now that's very interesting because what that basically means is those windows are protected and no one is allowed to build anything in front of them which will block out the light. And they're all around the country. You'll sometimes see it saying ancient lights under windows as well, and it basically means nobody is allowed to stop light coming into this building. And I guess that's sort of like the opposition to that, isn't it? That's a bit of a I'm gonna stop light coming in. Well, yeah, that's so cool to see. There was a story of a guy way back. I think he was on the coast somewhere. He bought this house and his neighbour had blocked the light from coming in to his house. And he moved in and he couldn't get rid of it. And that person then was allowed to build on that land. I'll try putting some photos. It's a mad little story. So this is the guy here. He's bought this nice house. He thinks he's going to be able to look out to sea and look at what his neighbour has put in her garden in front of his windows. Now that is blocking his right to light, which means that this woman here, this is the hag, absolute maniac. In her doing that, she has the legal right to build in front of his house, blocking his view, and he can't do anything about that. He thought they were there for wind when he moved in, blocking the wind from the sea, but no, he looks out his window directly onto these boards and there's naught he can do about it. Now the law says here, I'll just read this, it says, what is the law of ancient light? So it's the right of a building or house owner to the light received from and through the windows. Now it goes on to say that if you've had that light coming through for 20 years or more, nobody can do anything in front of those windows. No one can build anything, put anything there. But unfortunately that fella, only had the house for like a day and those boards got put up so he couldn't do anything about it. And I guess this, the Shard of the North, the Shudehill Shard, is kind of going against what the Northern Quarter stood for in terms of that right to light. And I guess it's these laws that people are forgetting. Did you know about the right to light, the ancient light laws? Let me know. The quiet defiance of the city demonstrated right there. I love that. Which will be vigorously enforced. I love it. That window, you ain't blocking it. They've got the right to light. Easter is coming up and I have been planning a lot of trips via train, and I've been using TrainPal to make the whole thing a lot easier and, most importantly, a lot more affordable. So if you haven't used TrainPal before, it is a booking app for UK and EU train journeys. You can plan routes, you can book trains all in one place, and there are no booking fees with TrainPal, so you're saving money each time you use it. But there is a specific Easter offer that is worth knowing about if you are booking any train journeys soon. So first, use code WT20 for a limited £5 off. Now, there are only 500 of these available to use before April the 3rd, so go grab one when you can. Then on April the 3rd, TrainPal has an instant discount of 4% off. So if you stack that with the £5, you're gonna save loads, especially if it's a bigger journey. So get that Easter deal in your diary now. If you are gonna book some train journeys, you will save a lot, April the 3rd. But if you miss the voucher anytime, you can use my code WT20 if you're a new customer, and you'll save 5% on UK train tickets and 20% off rail cards if you're new. So you will see the coupon appear in your wallet after entering the code, and then you can just apply it when you get to the checkout, and then book on April the 3rd. So all the discounts stack together at the checkout. So if you are traveling anywhere around Easter, it really is worth setting that reminder for April the 3rd. So download the TrainPal app using the link in the description, enter the code WT20 and plan your Easter train trips there. Right, I've got to go get that train. Right, let's keep wandering. And this is a good example as well, because you see the Shard there, the Shudehill Shard. Look at the cute cozy pub next to it. Nice cute cozy pub, Joseph Holt. Boom, boom, giant glass building. I mean, there's also a giant glass multi-storey car park there. The glass, I think, is meant to like hide it, but you just, yeah, you can still see it. As I say, modern new build workspace to innovate and inspire. To innovate and inspire. So I found this estate agent listing for the Glassworks, and I wanted to find out how much office space is actually available in the building, and then you can kind of work out how much of this space is actually just empty. And I'm going to show you later on in this video all these wonderful empty grand buildings around Manchester that could be used. But yeah, look at this, the floor information. So you've got all these floors here up to the 16th floor. I believe the building's 17 floors. There are a few floors missing, which I assume have got a lot of stuff going on in them, but look at this. Available space on pretty much every single floor in this building. So yeah, the majority of this has got to be empty if all those floors are up to let. Now, I wanted to see as well, so yeah, it's officially named the Glassworks, and it was opened or completed in February 2023. So only 3 years ago. You'd expect more things to be in there, and maybe you'd expect there not to be peeling paint on the outside of the building. I ain't got any change on me, sorry dude. I don't think I do anyway. There you go, mate. Safe travels, mate. Have a good one, yeah. See you later, dude. Right, what were we talking about? Can't remember. This is a certainly unplanned video. Let's go have a look. Oh, so we're getting into the Northern Quarter now, and you'll see the sort of juxtaposition. They have rules in the Northern Quarter about the height of buildings, how tall you can build things, sizes of the windows and stuff, and you'll see that contrast. Look at that. That's the bus. Ignore the bus. And this bus. Ignore that bus. Now that's what I'm trying to show you. Look at that lovely architecture there. That's what the Northern Quarter, when I think of it anyway, and again, the same up there. Beautiful old buildings from the wealth of this city. The brickwork as well. Let's just go down here and look at, it's this old brickwork now. I think, because the Shudehill Shard, I think it was called, or no, the actual name for it is called the Glassworks, because it's built on the site of a former glassworks. And you can see it just like sticking up there. Can you see it? That's it there. And then over here, I think, is onto the old Manchester brick It's like the fire escape from Friends, isn't it? But yeah, some of these back alleys to walk around in Manchester, real fun. You see some cool stuff. And then all that as well. The classic Northern Quarter look. And right here you've got these big murals for Coca-Cola. Gotta say, I don't mind them. Quite like it. Doesn't offend me. Big fan of the Coke, me as well, Coca-Cola, that is. That's a funny story, I'll tell you that actually while we're looking at this. So the other day, I was driving to my auntie's, and she lives near a Marks and Spencer's, and I don't really ever go in Marks and Spencer's, the food hall bit, but I've heard it's really good, so I thought I'd be a bit posh today, go in there and get some food. But at the same time, I'd bought some mints, and they'd melted or something in my car, and I'd like gone and touched them. I go, oh, what's all this melted mints? And I must have rubbed my face, and I had like loads of melted mint all down my nose, and I didn't realise. So I'm walking around Marks and Spencer's looking like I've just done a huge line of cocaine. So to anyone who saw me in Marks and Spencer's that day, I'm not a cocaine addict. It was just a strange mishap. Get on the scoop. Don't mind it. Looks pretty cool. So here's the old fish markets. See them fellas up there, the wholesale fish market boys, working on the docks. And that's a lovely bit of integration, isn't it? I like that. Feels a lot more natural with the Northern Quarter. I think this is Mackie Mayer or something. There's a place where they've taken all the old buildings and... Is that down here? Oh, maybe I can go in it. Yeah, that's cool, that. Yeah, they've just left this, like, Great Wall up. Didn't need to leave that up, but they did. And I, for one, am thankful for that. It's quiet, it's a Monday. I didn't intend to be out roaming the streets on this Monday, so that's why it's a bit quiet. Some lovely old little houses here. I wonder if some of these are the weavers' cottage that are protected. The small little cosy houses, now shops. Look at that. It's cool though. Who's this gaff down here? Guy, sorry, who's this? What does it say? We can destroy what we have written, but we cannot unwrite it. From A Clockwork Orange. So yeah, lots of cool buildings in Manchester and lots of cool artwork. I do like it. Are you enjoying the unplanned video so far? I hope you are. I certainly am. It's quite nice to not have a purpose. I feel like I've had far too much of a purpose recently and it's been dragging me down. It's nice to just aimlessly follow the feet and maybe the nose. Oh, I tell you what, this is interesting as well. So down here on the main thoroughfare, something like that. But there's more of the weavers' cottages that I was talking about. And this is the idea. In fact, you can still see the shard. So there's the big shard in the distance, which came and had absolutely zero respect for the aesthetic of the Northern Quarter. And this bit here really sums it up. All these buildings here. And I think these were some of the weavers' cottages as well, which are just behind. And I think these are the ones that are some of the weavers' cottages that are listed, and they need to protect them, and they're doing such a good job of protecting them by, well, it seems just kind of letting them fall down There's no other way to say it. They are falling down. They'll probably be gone soon. I remember because I used to work in the Northern Quarter back in like 2019, and they were doing loads of work around it then. And I was thinking, oh, maybe they're going to sort of restore all these. Maybe they're going to look nice, actually do something with them. And they haven't. Exactly the same. And that's like bang in the centre of Northern Quarter. So you think, you can't kick off too much, can you, about the giant shard? When it's like all the stuff that we need to protect. Oh, we need to protect the aesthetic of the Northern Quarter. And then you go, oh, show us what you're talking about, what we're trying to protect. Just the weavers' cottages. And you show them that and you go, well, you're not really done much with it. Whose fault is it? An adult store there for him and her. I'm not being funny, but who's buying a dildo in person in 2026? That is a fine online purchase. I love looking up and reading the old. Up there it says Leonard's. Wonder what Leonard did. Oh, and that's another nice one up there, isn't it? Not the bus. A fuck off bus. And another. Oh, and that's a chimney. And that is a chimney. That is a chimney. I guess we'll go have a look at it. Got nothing else to do. Nothing else is calling me. It's most definitely a chimney. And what's it on? Oh, it's on the police station. Look at this, A Division police station. And then we emerge on the other side. Ancoats over there, more glass structures. Oh, it's a police museum. But it's only open Tuesdays, 10 till 3. I just got a bit of deja vu. I'm pretty sure I've been to another police museum in another video, and when I got there, it was shut. Was it Bradford? Goddamn police museums. Need to work on the opening times. It's a cool old building there as well. I like that. It's this brickwork as well. It's a kind of falling away brickwork. I like a bit of brick. Like a bit of brick. Oh God, you know what we're about to get to now? Piccadilly Gardens. Yeah, Piccadilly Gardens. Quickly approaching. The land of no hope. Place where dreams go to die. Rules don't apply in Piccadilly Gardens. I was walking through Manchester with my girlfriend the other day, and we had to get to the other side of Piccadilly Gardens, and Eleanor goes, I don't want to do it, can we walk around it? I was like, it's going to just take long, it'll be absolutely fine. It wasn't fine, it was quite traumatic. Immediately in front of us, a man attacked either a large child or a small woman. It was absolutely horrific, and that's happened a lot of times since I've been walking through Piccadilly Gardens. Fingers crossed today we're going to have a lucky one. Let's go see what's going on in Piccadilly Gardens. Oh, the siren tells us we've arrived. Right, what's going on here? Behind here we are making a new, welcoming Piccadilly Gardens. They do this about once every 10-15 years. They revamp it all. Hope it will change, and then it just quickly descends back into the madness. The beating heart of Manchester since 1930. And there we go, we peek behind the curtain of progress, as we've done many times on this channel. The workers are obviously on their lunch break, quickly to return and continue with whatever they're doing. I think the only thing that you could truly do for Piccadilly Gardens is, seeing as though 9 times out of 10 as you're walking through here, you get verbally attacked, you see an attack, and it's just full of wrong-uns, is turn it into a sort of open-air coliseum with raised seating around the side, and you only go there because you know you're going to witness some sort of horrific crime, but it's kind of like the entertainment. It's all Hunger Games style, absolute free-for-all. People can do whatever you want, but you just got to be aware that that's the reason you're going to Piccadilly Gardens. Cut away the pretense, just give the people what they want. Look at that, another nice building there. Very nice building. So up there it says Bond. Ooh, we could go Chinatown. That could be fun. Often walking down back alleys, you get to peek in and see what's going on behind the facade, behind the glamorous facade. Look through a window. Push the door that says no entry. Everyone's drinking matcha, aren't they? The stock of matcha. I wish I'd bought that about 4 years ago. You'd be absolutely rolling in it now. What's that? Anyway, there's an alley here that I want to walk down. It looks absolutely fantastic and gross at the same time. Let's do it. Let's walk down the fantastic gross alley. See what's going on. I just love the steam coming out the buildings. Looks like we got a naughty club. Pretty cool. The workers working away. It's like all, you know, when you get your wires in your house and you just like chuck them behind your TV and you hope that you never really have to look at them. That's what all these alleyways feel like, innit? You got the nice fronts of all the shops and then you've just got all the industrial parts that make it work. Real good smell. Real good smell to the city today. Look at this gaff. Look at that. And what does it say? It says erected 2000, no, erected AD, I don't know what that means. For the advancement and diffusion of knowledge. ADMDCCXXXV111. Blooming good job we simplified all that nonsense down with numbers. Hey, what were they thinking? The advancement of knowledge probably came with that straight away. They went, let's stop faffing around with all these bloody Roman numerals. Let's just use numbers. Advancement of knowledge complete. Well done. Oh, slow day. Slow day in the city. And here we have maybe the best building in Manchester. The Central Library. What a beauty. Lovely bit of curvature around the library. Said to be the finest curves in Manchester. And I will not argue with them, for it is Monday, a slow day, and we need not argue on this day as the city wakes up into the working week. They've been doing that up for years, absolutely years. I don't know what they've been doing to it. Wish I could give you some more information on that. Just use your imagination. grouting. They're doing the grout, they're redoing the grouts. That's a super cool one, isn't it? Mr. Thomas's. Look at that. Look at that. Real cool. That is a tremendous little structure. Right, there we go. A fun little wander round Manchester. Will it be interesting? That's for you to decide. I merely make the content, put it out there, and then you will either watch it or you won't. So until next time, bye-bye.